Hello there guys, and welcome back to another Forza Horizon 4 video on my channel. So in today's video we'll be going through the full completion of the spring season of Series 33, which is the last season, and for 50% of this season you can get yourself another Backstage pass. So in the past couple of months we've had the Backstage passes in autumn for 50% like this month, and winter, but we had the Razor Tachyon in winter for 50%, so we've got it in spring instead to make up the 3 Backstage passes of the series, including the one for 50% of the whole series. And if you haven't already, I've missed a couple of dailies, I've missed 4 dailies here because I wasn't on autumn. I've missed 2. So if you haven't completed all of the dailies, you probably won't have 80% yet. But if not, you'll be able to get it in this season for the Alpine. The Alpine is a very good car actually. For 80% of this season you can also get yourself a 1989 Toyota MR2. Yay! Never actually driven the thing, if I'm honest with you. So in this video I'll tell you how to do all the championships, the stunts and other stuff like that. But before we start, I do want to give you a little quiz question. So last night I uploaded the Forzathon video, Proceed at a High Velocity. If you haven't watched that, I'll put a link to that on the end screen at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around to the end so you can watch that. Basically in that video I go through the Forzathon challenge with the Super GT, which is slightly annoying. It can be a little bit hard, but not too hard. Not as hard and boring as some of the other Forzathon we've had. Now in that video you might have noticed something, and I'm not going to say what that something is because that is the quiz question, and I actually forgot to ask this question in that video when I recorded it, so I'm doing it in this video instead. So there's something on your screen now. It might have something to do with the festival playlist, it might not. If I go back out here, maybe it's on here as well, but there's something on your screen now that has changed since last week. So not since the Forza video yesterday, but since last week, so last Thursday for example. So basically it is a little thing, and if you notice it and put it in the comment section before anybody else does, I'll think of a prize I can give you. I shall think of a prize that I can give you that is substantial enough and applauds you for your sight skills, let's say. So if you do want to enter, all you have to do is put a comment on this video or the Forzathon video yesterday, and the first person who puts the comment on that I see and that appears first on my list of comments will get the prize. If it appears that you've maybe beat someone to it, but on my screen it says that they've beat you, unfortunately I'm the person that's reviewing it, so there will be a prize awarded maybe in a few days for that. So that is to start off this video. So, and now that we've done that, we can get on to the rest of the festival playlist. So the photo challenge, hashtag not garden variety. You need to take a photo of any cult car at the Mortimer Gardens. Yes, I did say cult car. So basically cult cars, the Beetle, the VW Camper, I think the Penhalls are cult cars, the Austin Taxi, I'm pretty sure they're cult cars. And once you've got one of them, you just go up here, you can see it says Mortimer Gardens, you can see there's a dude here and a dude there. Go there and just get a picture within here, bit of Mortimer Gardens in and a bit of your car as well, and then that is that. Shouldn't be particularly hard. Regarding the Forzathon, like I said, I've already rolled that last night, so stick around to the end so you can look out for that. For the daily challenge, if you do need any help with the daily challenges, I can help you with them. They are pretty simple, but if you are wondering what the heck it means, you can just leave a comment. I'll try to get back to you as quick as possible. The Forzathon Shop this week, you've got the 1992 Alfa Romeo 155 Q4 for 600 points. You've got some glam boots, right? Spring beanie, yeah, sure. And then you've got a 1926 Bugatti Type 35C for 354 Stunt points. Now, if I am right in saying, correct me if I'm wrong, the Bugatti is in the auto show for 10 million, so that's actually quite a lot. That's the most expensive a car can be in the auction, in the auto show, I mean. So if you don't have 10 million credits, or you don't want to spend 10 million credits, 354 Stunt points isn't too bad. You can get that by completing the weekly challenge, like all the dailies, and then maybe one Forza Live if you don't already have some points. Regarding the Alpha, I probably would suggest getting that if you don't have it. 600 points is quite a lot if you're near zero starting off this week, but if you've got some saved up already, I would highly suggest getting that. I haven't looked in the auction house to see how many there are in there, whether it's really rare, how much they go for, but you can let me know in the comments if you really want to inform me on that. But if you don't have it and you've got some Poland points, I would suggest getting that because it's a really good car. I think it set the record for S1 class road racing on I Suck at Driving's Colossus, I think it was. It set the record, I'm pretty sure. I'll have a look into that. So yeah, it's a really good car. It's got really cool body kit. I've got a video on it on my channel when it first came out, so you can check that out as well. If I remember, I'll put that on the end screen for you to check out as well. So if you've got Forzathon points, get the Alpha in before the Bugatti, but if you're low on credits, the Bugatti would be pretty good, I'd imagine. Now, in a minute we'll go through the cars I'm going to suggest for the championships and the trial, etc., and we'll do the stunts, but the monthly rivals and the online adventure, they count for all 4 seasons no matter what season you do it in. So monthly rivals is 6% and online adventure 15%, so together they make up 21%, so that is why I am starting off at 21% this season, and they count for all. So if you're really wanting to get the Alpine or the Backstage pass and you haven't done Rivals and On Adventure yet, they're pretty much the easiest way to get it, the whole 21%. So you can complete them any of the seasons. I think I did them both in summer, but I remember last series I didn't do them till winter or spring, so it doesn't actually matter what season you do it in. For the monthly rivals, you just need to post a clean lap in the Razor Tachyon, which has massive understeer. It's a really rubbish car, I'm never going to drive it, so thanks for bringing that in, Forza. It might look cool, but it's really not good performance wise, so just be careful, don't hit things, don't miss checkpoints, don't hit rewind, just post a clean lap. Even if it takes 20 minutes, it's still clean, and that will mark it as gold in the festival playlist. On an adventure, you need to qualify for ranked adventure, which is a tier 3 or rank 3 of any of the adventure types, so team racing, team games, or free-for-all racing. Once you've reached rank 3, if you haven't already, you only have to do that once, by the way. So if you're already unlocked ranked and you're thinking, why is he telling me to do it again, you don't need to. That's only for people that haven't unlocked it yet. Once you've unlocked ranked, you just do 1 adventure per series to get it marked gold in the festival playlist. You don't have to win, doesn't matter if your teammates ram you off and all, it may be annoying. You don't have to win. You can do more adventures to try and gain your rank and get the better prizes, but to mark it gold in the festival playlist, that is all you need to do. So with that out of the way, we can now move on to the Super 7. So in the Super 7 this week, last week was the ID Zaruno, or was that the week? Oh no, last week was the Hoonigan Bronco. So I didn't bother doing it, I actually forgot, but it doesn't really matter to me. So this week we have the Forzathon Q1. Interesting. I'm going to say one word to that car. Rubbish. I hate that car because it along with the ATS GT and the Diablo GTR, it has appeared about 25 million times in the festival playlist, Forzathon Shop, etc. And I'm absolutely fed up with it. Can't get rid of him out of my garage. And it's, in my opinion, not a good car anyway. So unless you have some space time, or you want to waste your time, you can complete a set of 7, burn in any challenges you want to. But otherwise, don't bother. I'm not going to be bothering with that. Tell you that for free. Right, now for the Backstage. Last week, the Mercedes-Benz 280 SL won, thankfully, so that is now appearing in the Backstage for purchase. Remember, you can get 50% for one Backstage pass this week, and this week we have the Quartz Regalia and the Vauxhall Corsa from 2009. That's also interesting, quite dynamic there. So the Regalia, not really a very useful car, but it is quite cool. The Corsa, again, pretty cool car. I have multiple of both, but just for the weirdness I'm going to vote for the Quartz. It looks like that'll be winning unless loads of people come on and change that now. So there you go. Right, now on to the stunts. So everything is in the description for this video as always. I've chosen 2 or 3 cars for each event that I have tunes for that I think are the best for each event to put them in the description, as well as the cars that I'll be using for the stunts. So actually you can do all 3 stunts in the car I'm currently in, the 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor, but I did actually put the Jeep Trailcat code in the description as well, so I'd say I'm just going to do it in the Ranger for the quickness of the video. But you can do the speed zone and the speed trap you can do in the Trailcat, but when I tested it, you couldn't do the danger sign. I couldn't even get the normal 3 stars on the danger sign, so that's why I'm doing it in my Raptor. So we'll start with the danger sign. It's the one where you jump off the top of the tunnel onto the motorway, so you need 225 metres, so we'll see how this goes. So you can start back here, but you want to be on the right. So you can see it, if you look at the bottom left on the mini map, you can see it just at the top. You want to be way to the right. So you can go as far back as you want, but it's important that you go to the right to get a clean run up. So I'd probably suggest going near this tree as a marker. I've just gone past there, and you want to be going down through these trees, and then you should see it, and you want to be jumping at an angle so you've got the biggest jump possible. There you go, 247. So I did actually do quite a long run up there. If you do need more run up, do it, but don't go straight on. That's one of the biggest mistakes you'll ever see anybody do. Now for the speed zone, 82 miles an hour. This is a really easy one. You've just got to make sure you brake on time. For some reason that guy's doing it in the Esco, no idea why. So you can actually go from both sides. It doesn't actually really matter on this one, because it's not like you can't get a better corner going one way, if you know what I mean. It's more about braking on time and getting the line correct. So this car, the Trailcat, would be better for this one, but it's just to save me changing car because it takes forever on my standard Xbox. So you can cut this corner a bit if you want, mind the walls. So here you want to be braking as you're landing, so this car is a bit drifty, but I do like that. You can get the back end out just like you're on a rally stage. So you can cut the corners slightly, but don't overshoot it. Don't get too carried away. You might need a bit of handbrake. There you go, 82.91. So that just did it. I didn't do the first corner very well, so if you did that better you'd probably get an 84, 85-ish. The Trailcat's a bit more steady for that one as well. And then finally you got the not nether end, that's the one we've just done. You've got the Slate Quarry speed trap, 142 mile an hour. This is literally the easiest speed trap in the world. So you can literally do this in any car you want, but I'm going to stay in this. So 142 mile an hour, I'd say any car above B class could probably do that with a decent run up. I will say as well, don't buy this car that I'm in from the auction house. It's 58,000 in the auto show, but people sell them for 500 grand in the auction. Don't make that mistake. I did put that in the description, but just so you know. So you can cut this corner a bit if you want to get a better line going in this corner. It doesn't really matter, because like I said, it's the easiest one in the world. There you go, 160. So you can go from both sides, but do beware, if you go from this side, you've got the poles stick out a bit more, so I'll leave that one up to you, if I'm honest. Right, now onto the championships and stuff. So we'll actually start with the games. It's at Mud Kickers, not the best, really. For this you win the number 11 Ford F-150 truck, which is in the auto show, but I guess just get it, because you don't have to win the game, so don't be going quitting or anything if you're losing or you can't be bothered with it. Just get to the end of it. Because you don't have to win, just a free Ford that you can then sell in the auction house if you want. So yeah, so you need a B-class retro rally. So like I said before, I've selected 2 or 3 cars for each event, and I've put the share codes for them in the description. They're the ones that I think are the best, and I'll show all of them here. So B-class retro rally. B-class in my opinion is the worst because it's dead sluggish. So you've got the 1992 Ford Escort Cosworth. It's alright. I've got 2 tunes for that. One's more powerful, one's more built for handling. You don't really need anything special in games, although it would help if you had suspension and all-wheel drive at the Mud Kickers, because it's quite off-roady, I must say. You've got I do have a B-class tune for this, but it's like a really old tune. It isn't really very competitive at all, but if you want to use it you can. The Pulsar, that's very good as well. That's more of a dirt racing because it's got the wing. Same with the Peugeot. This one has got better suspension. The Legacy is really powerful, so that'll be good for games when you're nipping around and stuff. You've got the Celicas, so the 92 Celica is alright. Then you've got the 94 Celica. Don't get that tune, that's a really old tune. I need to delete that one actually. Unless I already have. It's this tune that you want. That's a better tune. So I'll probably suggest, I think the cars I'm putting in the description is this Celica and the Legacy, but any you want will be fine if you don't have to win. Doesn't really need to be competitive. Now for the trial, where's the trial? Trials up here, yep. So this is cross country. You win Easter outfit or something, I think. Because it's Easter. Happy Easter. And you need a B-class off-road buggy. So when this was last around, this season is actually almost a full copy of the Series 21 summer season last Easter. And when it was last around I couldn't complete the trial. I was doing it right up until the season change. And I couldn't do it. A, because the car was shocking. B, because the driver tires were absolutely mental. C, because the teammates weren't driving well. D, because of luck. Just all of that combined, I couldn't do it. But this time I will do it. So you need a B-class off-road buggy. Not really very good, if I'm honest. I would have preferred A-class buggies if it was to be buggies. Don't, whatever you do, use this. It's shocking. What have I got? That one's alright in A-class, but we're on B-class. So the Penhall collar, that's actually the car I used last time, but I had this other guy's tune on it when I was new to tuning, and it was rear-wheel drive. It wasn't very good at all, so I've made it all-wheel drive, stuck a bit of power in there, should do you fine. And then you've also got the 1969 Volkswagen Baja Bug, very good as well, and I do believe that I have a B-class tune on this other Volkswagen Baja thing as well. So I'd suggest this or this to get you the win. Although any that is not rear wheel drive and that's got fair power will do, I guess. There may be, well, there probably will be a live stream this week actually. Hopefully we can resume with the live streams this week, helping people out with the playlist, and then if I've got time for another one, doing some other stuff on the game. So if you are struggling, which I imagine quite a lot of people will be, leave a comment to let me know, and then if there is more people that are needing it, I'll try to do it as soon as possible. But I can't say exactly when it will be. It probably won't be tomorrow, so it'd probably be Saturday, I would suggest, but I can't say for definite as I don't know yet. But hopefully there will be one as well. So the championships, this one's street scene. You win Easter ears, yay, and you need an S2 manufacturer Koenigsegg. So there's actually quite a few Koenigsegg's in the game, but quite a lot of them aren't very good or not competitive. So the Jesko stock is there in S2. The Koenigsegg Agera, that is a winter tune with winter tyres, but it's still very good. Very, very good actually. You've got the CCGT. I did put this in the description. It's Don Joe One Song's tune, but I've put the share code in there as well. That is a really good car, really good, very grippy. So I'd probably suggest that more, but that one as well. So they're the only ones I've got tuned, but the CCGT, incredibly grippy car, man. And this one, also very good. It's a lot faster, but very, very good as well. So CCGT probably better, but whichever you have. Next you've got Dirt Racing. This is where you win the Renault 5 Turbo Forza Edition, which we've had countless times in the past few weeks, and you need a PI 601 to 800 family model Renault Megane. So basically what that means is you need a Renault Megane that's either in B class or A class. So 601 is the very bottom of B class and 800 is the very top of A class. So that's basically where a lot of the Renaults are situated. So we'll just go to it. So quite a lot of the Renaults actually are not in the auto show, because I think this was before I started playing the game, but they had a massive Renault update where they brought in loads of Renaults. And then you've got the Forza edition as well. So the Renault Megane RS 250, I tuned that, that's very good. Was uses design on 30,000 from the auto show, I think, so that's very cheap. That one's not a very good tune. Where was my other one? Oh yeah, so the car you win, you'll probably already have it, so I made an A class tune for it. So it's S1900 rear wheel drive in stock. I downgraded it. I kept the same engine, but I took all the engine parts off and put a few back on. All wheel drive. It's got aero, rally suspension. Very, very, very grippy car. So I'd suggest that if you already have it, because it's a great car. But otherwise, this one is easily as good for that. And then finally, where are we at here? So road racing, this is where you win the Alfa Romeo TZ2, and you need either a D-Class 1946 Ford Wagon, a D-Class 1965 Morris Traveller, that's the really dinky one, and a D-Class 1953 Morris Traveller. So the 1953 Morris Traveller is car pass. If you don't have car pass, don't worry. The 1965 Morris Traveller I don't think is in the auto show, whereas 1946 Ford Wagon is. So that is why I selected the Ford Wagon. So I'll have to go all the way across. There's too many Fords in this game. So it is there it is here. So handling 6.8, and that is because I put race tyres on it. I could fit race tyres in D class in a wagon, whilst having 150 horsepower, loads of speed, almost max aero, acceleration. It's just the all-rounder. You should be absolutely send it round the corners in that. So have fun with that one. Right, so I think that's actually it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget about my quiz question at the start. If you've forgotten it, you can go back to the start and watch it again. I'll love to see your answers, see who can get it, see who can spot it, see who can spot it first. There are maybe a couple of things that have changed, but there's one thing in particular I've got in mind. So I will let you know in a few days. If somebody gets it, I'll reply to them saying you have the correct answer, you've earned yourself a prize. If nobody gets it in like 3 or 4 days, I'll just tell you the answer, either in the comments or on a live stream. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video and found it to be helpful, I would massively appreciate it if you could like the video and also consider subscribing, as that would massively help me out getting to my 75 subscriber goal, which I'm still 10 away from. And if you do so, also turn in notifications, and will allow you to get notified whenever I go live, upload a video or reply to your comment or whatever. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I know I say this all the time, but I shall see you later. Bye.